Right, third video of the day. Time to show off the successful hero deck that I set up. Because I basically, like, the whole story behind this build was, I basically just sort of like, what is it? Like, I was working on it last night and was really annoying the crap out of me, and then I just sort of, like, had a brain snap, and I'm just like, wait, what the hell am I doing getting all crazed out before frickin' locals? It's a goddamn local. I just gonna wing this frickin' thing, and if it works, then it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. It worked. I mean, it got me second place, so now I get to show it off. Okay, so, and we got Darkness L in the background as well.
What up, people?
Yeah, he's just sort of there. So, start off with the alias, the standard sort of stuff. People would probably think that with the setup that I had in the main deck that this guy is useless. He's far from it. I mean, he's a 19-beat stick, and he put in so much work as well, even without the other two pieces to his combo. At least in terms of Gemspark and Hero Blast. They didn't run Hero Blast, but I do have Gemsparks in the side. Triple Bubble Man, because he was pretty good to have. The only problem with the Bubble Man, like getting the special summon thing, is if I would open with 3 monsters, because then I could only really get one of them on the board, and then shit just sort of gets a bit weird. But I managed to work my way around it most of the time. Then there's Double Ocean, which actually did get its effect off much more than I thought I would. I think I got it off maybe like 3 or 4 times. I didn't really expect it to get it off at all, if anything. And it actually did put in some pretty good work. It's extra water, so you have more mask change targets. Then, double Maxi in the main. This is a thing, and it worked so goddamn well. Because Mirror Match, not Mirror Match, Match Against Dragunities, dropped this, went +7, because he overextended too much, and then I just punished him so goddamn hard for it. So, it is brilliant. I had Morphing Jar in here, but I cut it, because it was just a bit weird. Because, like, I'd get a plot, like, if my Morphing Jar got hit, I'd get 5 free, but then the opponent would probably benefit from that as well, so it's just, eh. So, triple E-Call to start the spells, then there's double Duality, and Rotor. You expect them to do a whole bunch of work whenever you play a deck like this, so obviously they did. Miracle Fusion. Yeah, you gotta run 3, because you top deck this thing so goddamn much. And it was not any different in this situation. It's broke! Then Mask Change. I topped into this a considerable amount of times. I cited one out for most of the games, but I get stuff like Fire Fists and Murmur, which tend to run a considerable amount of back row. I'd keep this third one in just so I had more chances to get to the acid. It's just unfortunate that I didn't get the first turn. Like, I did not at all get the first turn acid wipe the back row play sort of thing off. Like, I didn't go like, whenever I opened, I think I had like one situation where I opened with this and a Bubble Man or something like that, and I didn't go for the back row wipe in the end phase because he only had like one set, so it was going to be a bit of a waste there. Super Poly was an awesome card. It would have helped me out a considerable amount in the last 2 rounds. Maybe not round 4 because I had the wood on him there, but round 5 would have hella helped me because he big-eyed my Shining, and would have been nice to have the Super Poly fuse hit the Shining that he stole off me with his Draco Sack and make a Great Tornado, and then just proceed to put in so much damage. Then there's double Forbidden Lance and double MST, the standard sort of stuff. I found myself citing this out a couple of times because I'd like to hit the MST with Prohibition, and then that way I don't have to top deck this thing later and then have it be dead, which is also good. And Lance is Lance, so it is what it is. Book and Dark Hole, the spell sort of staple stuff. Traps, double Call the Haunted. This put in so much work. I was a bit iffy about it to start with, but now I have full confidence in it because I end phase called Ocean so many times, and that's where I got a whole bunch of Ocean's effects off the following turn, going into standby phase and then just being like, sweet. Double Fiendish, put in the work. I'd side it out sometimes for Veilers if the Fiendishes weren't going to work that well in certain matchups. Mirror Force, because it's a thing. Deep Resin, it's a thing. Compulse. Bottomless. Torrential. And Warning. They're just sort of like the standard 6. That's pretty much just a thing. Extra deck has not changed in the slightest, but I'll show it off anyway. 2 Shinings, because you could always side it in the third, but I never went up against anything that was light based, so Boojins weren't a thing at locals apparently, so I didn't really need the third one. 2 Absolute Zero, which put in a whole bunch of work. One thing I forgot to mention in the tournament report because I went Miracle into Ab Zero, it got Veiled, and then I'm just like, okay, well it's probably going to get faded at the end of the turn, so Miracle into the second Ab Zero, and then that allowed me to push more advantage, so which did pretty good. Nova Master, I went into this once, I think, and it got compulsed, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I super polyed his Crimson Blade up and made this, and it was pretty good, but he compulsed upon the summon, so... Escurial, I didn't see him, sided this guy out against the Fire Fist matchup for the second Nova Master. Never saw him at all. Great Tornado I saw once. I thought I was going to end up super polying a Dracosack into this thing, but I didn't. I actually miracled using Blade Armor and put this on the board. Cut Scrap Dragon in half against the Scrap matchup. Gaia, I pretty much sealed game, I think game 1 with the Gaia super poly play, so he was pretty good. And then for the M Heroes, 2 Acid, which put in the work, and Vapor, which I saw against Mermails when they tried to TT the board, and so I managed to commit some damage there. Then the Exceeds, 1 Excalibur, put in the work, got Veiled once. Blade Armor, put in the work, got Veiled twice. My Stroke, I copped a Mind Control off, this got Mind Control once. Dweller, did not see it at all in the tournament today, when I probably should have. I think there was a play when I was going to go for an Exceed play. Now that I think about it, I probably should have gone Dweller to shut down those plays. It really should have I should have just done that at that point, so. But it is what it is. I didn't really think of it as a misplay at that point, because I think that was the game that I won anyway, and the other 2 games I was pretty much screwed whether or not I had Dweller on the board, so it's not really that big a deal. Anyways, side. Second Nova Master for the Fire Fist matchup. 2 Snowman Eater, which I did not side in at all today. I figured they'd be good, but I probably should have just stuck with the Ferrets. I'd have been more likely to side those in than the Snowman. 2 Veilers, I sided them in, I think, just about every matchup. I think there might have been one where I didn't, but overall it was... I did see it, I did stop 1 or 2 things with it, so it put in the work. Gemspark actually flopped, now that I think about it. Yeah, it flopped. Whenever I would side it in, I didn't see it at all. So, I might just YOLO swag and cut the Gemsparks. I don't really want to, because if I side in the double Prohibition, and I call MST, then I'm going to have MSTs as dead draws, and the only way I can get back row off the board is if I drop Acid, and if they go to Vanities, then that's GG. Because they're not my strongest. The strongest I can churn out is 19 beat stick, and then they'll probably have bigger shit on the board if they have the Vanities on the board. So it's just, eh. 2 Heraldry Record, I did see this, but the one game in which I did see this, they never actually went for any seeds. I still think it's pretty good. I don't believe I've actually shown this off in any of my videos though, actually. So a brief explanation of Heraldry Record. When an effective of an opponent's Exceeds monster is activated by detaching its own Exceeds materials, you negate the activation and destroy that card. So this basically is, it's a counter trap as well. So I had this sided primarily for the Evil Swarm matchup, because the guy who plays Scraps usually also plays Evil Swarm, and he didn't play Evil Swarm today. I was pretty much prepared for the Evil Swarm matchup by using this, because this kills Ophion, because they can't they can't chain Pandemic because this is a counter trap, so they just gets Ophion off the board, it gets Big Eye off the board, gets Gaios, Dracosac, all that sort of shit. I probably could have sided it in against Fire Fist in case they got the Tiger Kick on the board, but who knows. Cursed Seal, I did this to seal off Prophecy's secrets, and that's about it. I think I sided this in as well against Fire Fists, looking to steal Tenki, but I didn't see them, and I didn't need them because he never tried. If my memory serves me correctly, he never actually played Tenki at all in the matchup. He never actually activated it. I think the only time he ever had a Tenki was when I popped it with Mask Change Game 1. Because goddamn. Rivalry, the concept of this thing is good. The only problem so far is that I saw it once or twice, but pretty much all the times I saw it, I had it on the board and it got popped. So, that one still needs a bit of work. But I'm not going to cut it because Rivalry is still a pretty damn good card. So that is the deck that gave me second place at Locals. And I'm finally done recording for the day. My throat's just about ripped to goddamn shreds from all of it. Having to redo my bloody tournament report. But yeah, finally done. Got past 300 videos. Got tins, got good pulls. Overall, a pretty good day. So, see you for whatever it is that I do next. Anything from Mr. Darkness?
Yeah, I would say congrats on the second placement, and I also would say whether it happens next format with a new ban list, be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, pretty much. That's about it. So, yeah, see you for whatever.